good morning, good evening, no matter where you are on the globe. I say welcome, family. Better yet, let's do it like Make It Bone, aka I can't even do the rest of her shit. But anyway, I'm here to talk to you this morning, this evening, like I said, wherever you are on this planet. I'm starting to listen, and I'm starting to understand. Okay, so today has been an interesting day. Oh, shout out to all those that love me, and welcome in to anybody that hears this brand new. Shout out to Jennifer, her children, her whole family. Shout out to my mom, our whole family. Shout out to the family as a whole. Okay. So, you know how sometimes you are a part of something, like, say, the United States of America, and you're the last to find out that it's done as a nation, or a relationship you're in and it's done. You didn't realize it was over, but it was over. You just playing out the string. That's just how it is sometimes for people. Well, that is the country I live in. I'm an American. The right-wing Americans don't want America no more because there ain't enough white people in it. Left-wing Americans don't want America no more because there ain't enough there's not enough other people of color in it. Black Americans don't want America no more because of what America has done. You know, I used to be a big fan of the Harsh twins, right? And I heard something that this guy said, and I kind of understood what he meant. You know, ain't nobody holding you down but you. You know, there's an old saying in the old days when black people were better together as a community, and we were more structured and all that good stuff, and we had a basis as our black church, which is also now become corrupted because the government used many things in our community as a weapon of mass destruction. See, when people talk about weapons of mass destruction, they often talk about a bomb or a nuclear bomb or what you call it, a biological weapon or a chemical weapon. The truth be told to you, brothers and sisters, the bullet, the sword, and the arrow and the spear are weapons of mass destruction. These tools have killed more people than anything else in human history. Not the bomb. The bomb has killed tens of thousands. The bullet has killed tens of millions. And the spear, the arrow, and the sword has killed so many because we don't know how long those things have existed. On every continent that's feasible where people live, there has been slaughter of mankind. Now, here's the thing. When I say to you, brothers and sisters, that democracy or democratic republics do not work for people of color, I need to amend that and say democratic republic as well as democracy doesn't work for anyone. I seen this real interesting documentary before I fell asleep earlier about redlining in America in 1957. A black family moved into, this is the North, this ain't the South, this ain't Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi. They was in the North, and they moved into a suburb halfway between Philadelphia and New Jersey. They killed them in 1957. A few years earlier, there was Emmett Till. There was this, there was that. You know, I think, to be honest with you, the empire is at its end. Oh, people asking me what empire I'm talking about. America is an empire. The Soviet Union was an empire. Oh, communism doesn't believe in, royalty and all of this and that. But you do realize Stalin was the closest thing to a king of that country. Just being real, speaking real stuff, right? Then I looked at his policies, and yes, he was a socialist Soviet leader, but still his leadership was unquestioned, and he died in office. Some say he died of natural causes. Some say all those purges where he was trying to keep a certain thing at bay that nobody could see up front, eventually caught up to him. You know, Stalin purged about 80,000 people a day one time. And he said it was not enough because the corruption is there. Let me put it in a more international term, right? Okay. My girlfriend is Filipino, right? And for all intents and purposes, she's in Asia, right? And most of Asia, not every part of Asia, but most of Asia is a financially, what they call progressive. People are not poor all over Asia, but there's a lot of advanced parts of Asia like South Korea, Japan, Malaysia, places like that, right? Places that people always talk about in the West to talk about the great Asian miracle, you know. But I had no idea that Vietnam was still poor. My uncle lives there, but he still says there's a lot of poor people here. And you get this ideal in your mind that everybody's doing fine. It depends on the society, and it depends on what the society values. Now, I'll have it's kind of interesting that if you are Japanese, in their society, there are no homeless people. In a country of 134 million, they never had homeless people. And in this country that one time had 21 million people, still had homeless people. Because at the end of the day, the most important thing to certain cultures or countries is a culture of domination. Did you hear what I'm saying? It's a culture of domination. And sometimes these cultures of domination that comes from a nation can go international. Case in point, if you are an African or what we call a Latin American, which really doesn't exist, just call them what they are, mulattoes, mestizos. They just speak Spanish. You really ain't Latin. No disrespect there, but I'm just telling you, just like I'm not an Englishman, I just speak the language. Don't make me English. I'm just saying. Anyway. The ideal is this. There is a new neo-colonialism, right? And I don't understand why they're doing it. The West. They got people who are Westerners all over Asia, all over Africa, all over Latin America. These people are here for business purposes, right? But when this influx of what they call international development hit these vulnerable third world developing nations, it seems like they always on bullshit. Just being honest, right? On bullshit. So, I live in the United States of America, right? Everybody knows how it is to be in the hood. I live in the hood. But in this hood, there are certain blocks in the black community where it's not economically depressed. Like if you go across the street from here, there are people who own their own homes, the whole fucking block. They own their own homes. You go down the street on the other end of the street I live on, which is Quincy, all those homes are owned, ain't none of that rented. That's owned property. And it's nice real estate. It's very nice. Some of those houses are amazing. These are black homes. Something you never see on television. What you see is the decrepit, falling apart place that looks like a project, even though they tore down all the projects. This is what they show to the face of the world about African Americans. But right now, the old great destroyer people is focusing on Latino people. And black people actually like, whew, finally off our back. They really ain't. They got one arm on the Hispanics' back, dragging them to the ground, you know, and the foot is on our leg trying to make sure we don't get away. Because they still want us here. They just don't want us to be anything but fit inside of a certain box. So I want to expand this conversation to something that I started to study and started to see, right? I started to study old empires and when they started to fall apart. I go far back as China. These are internal destructions, not external, because Your empire or your great nation can be destroyed from the outside, but it also can be destroyed from the inside, from internal forces and greed and prejudice on the inside of a nation, you know? Now, we're going to start in the east, and we're going to make our way all the way west till we get to the Europeans and the ancient African civilizations, because Africa do sit in the west. It's right by Europe. Anywho, so let's talk about it. So let's go 10,000 years of Chinese history, right? Chinese people in their own internal nation have always had their own version of prejudice, of what you call classism, right? The bourgeois way, you know, the bourgeoisie, you know. And I read this book recently called The Iron Heel, and it was talking about how no matter what you do on this earth, it seems like there's always an overclass of ultra rich that assumes the right of the royal class that once ruled over every race of people on this planet. Because no matter where you go, not in Africa, not in Europe, everywhere there was a royal class. And the rich on this earth at this time, these names like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and these these ain't even these motherfuckers like Mark Zuckerberg. These motherfuckers are like, they can wipe their ass with $1 billion and throw it away and nobody can say anything because they got that much money. And these people are tantamount to what is royalty. You know, used to be it was your blood to determine how royal blood, right? Now you look at the Trump family that sits in the rulership of the United States of America. He wants to pass the presidency down to one of his sons, like it's ancient England or someplace in Europe where there were kings and queens. Feudalism, that's what it's called, wants to make a comeback, but we'll get to that later. Let's go back over to ancient China. There were more than one China. There was Qin, there was Han, there was Mong, there was all these fucking different places and peoples and sometimes different languages. And yet and still, they forged a single state with one man behind it. And then he took a pit and he burned thousands of years of history. And they started from year zero. Imagine they started from year zero, and yet in the Chinese calendar, they're still almost 2,000 years ahead of us. But he didn't do that his first year. What he did was he realized about the ancient history of China would be a divisive thing. What? What do you mean the ancient history of China would be a divisive thing? Because no matter where you go on this earth, human beings have this innate ability to form what we call tribes. Sometimes it's by language, sometimes it's by religion, sometimes it's by skin color, sometimes it's by whatever it is. There's always a tribe. In America, where I live right now, people call themselves white Americans. Technically, what is a white American? A white American is a person of European descent. But technically, if you was to take that same person and put them in Europe, they wouldn't be necessarily a white American, they'd be a European. And there are many different European states, which also means different tribes. There's the German tribe, there's the French tribe, there's the Spanish tribe. Once, like I tried to say about those people that speak Spanish, they call themselves Latino. Technically, you just speak the language. You might have some of that blood from that person that you mix with, but technically when they see you, they don't see a Spanish person. They see a person that speaks Spanish. But anyway, moving on back over to China. So the leader of China thought it was a better idea. The emperor, not the leader. Let me clear that up. The emperor of China thought it was a better idea to destroy all this old knowledge. Now, mind you, the Chinese are very smart people. You know what I'm saying? He was right. China became a single nation by doing this. And this is not the first time this thing happens. Realize in human history, if your ideal is to unite people under one flag, under one nation, one of the first things you do is you remove certain things from history that are unpleasant. Now, the history that this emperor of China, the first emperor of China, some of this knowledge was very rich and very deep. But technically, if China was to become a single nation and form a single identity, it could not hold on to that past. That's why they started with year 0. Now let's move over to the next great nation in Asia, Japan. Japan, again, was a bunch of tribes, right? That forged a shared identity through a lot of blood and a lot of death. Because if you keep certain borders amongst people, there will always be that way. Sometimes you got to do what they call, and I'm going to just say it, it's basically rape to me. Because if you send a young girl over to a whole nother family and she's forced to be forced to be the wife of somebody you hate, and she have a bunch of little kids with this person you really don't want to kill, your niece or nephew. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's love there, maybe there isn't, but it's called forced alliances, or what they used to call, they take hostages. So you don't rise up and try to cause trouble for the ruling class. And eventually in Japan, it also forged a single destiny of the Japanese people. Eventually, instead of being from Hosho and all these other places, they just became Japanese. But also Japan had some invaders tried to come in called the Mongolians, who were very dangerous people. Anybody heard the history of the Mongolians, I ain't gonna say anything. They were some bad motherfuckers. But anyway, let's move forward. Let's talk about some deeper things, right? So right now in China, they are removing Islam. They're converting people. They are putting people in relocation programs. Why are they doing this? China has a history, like a body. Islam in China is a foreign entity. It's a disease that they have to remove. And people are like, well, how are they treating the Muslim people? You got to understand something. They don't want Muslims in China. Why? Muslims are good people. You are not listening. If I was to move to a Muslim area of the world, let's say these people are black, right? I am a foreign entity and I'm Christian, but I'm not. Let's say for hypothetically sake and thinking I am. They would not necessarily want me there because it would upset their apple cart. China is trying to be the new Europe. They have this new identity, they don't necessarily want to be European. They want to supplant Europe and the West, and that includes America, as the dominant face of the world. The new future shall be Chinese, not Western white man. And the connotations of that would be crazy. But that's what they're shooting for. Now, let's go through the rest of quick touches on certain other places in Asia, because these are the main places. If you think about it in human history, you take a continent and there's always a couple of main places and not the whole damn area people talk about. Because Asia has tons of countries over there, but we only talk about China, Japan, and Korea because these are the richest to our knowledge, which is stupid because Singapore is rich as fuck. And the country is Muslim. But do you think they want the Buddhists to come in? No. It would mess up the chemistry of that nation. Just like if you take it like an NFL player. He might be a great player, but your team is already good. And that person may come in. If they can't fit in where they get in and they mess up the chemistry of the team, it may be bad for the bloodstream. Everything is a living organism. Groups of people in a government is technically a living organism. If it cannot function in the proper way, it will fall. Now, let's go over further, going west. We're out of China. We're away from Japan. We're away from Korea. We're over to India, the subcontinent. India is also a country full of a lot of smart people. And to me, I think if you're Indian, you're Indian. You know, they've had that term for a long time. They're India. They're Indian, right? And, excuse me. There are some Muslims, there's the Hindus, and there's all of that. But still India. Okay? So, India is becoming an economic power. But unlike China, India has the caste system. Now, everybody has a caste system. You got the rich and the poor. This is not a caste system focused on rich and poor. This is a caste system focused on skin color. Skin color? Skin color. And in the future, this is a dangerous thing for the future of the Indian people. Now, maybe they'll get past it, because colorism is everywhere. But this is deep-seated, and sometimes people say this existed even before the arrival of the Europeans. A society cannot function with this part of India being rich and that part of India being poor, because there's great poverty in that nation still to this day. But then there's great wealth. They are an empire. They are a rising empire. They're not on the decline. But there will come a time where the darker skinned Indian people will want and be respected as other people in India. And hopefully they get that. But the good thing about it, though, they're all Indian. They all have a shared identity for the most part. But there is a colorism thing and a caste system that exists there. But at the same time, India is becoming a very profitable and very economic important nation. Let's move further west. What happens when we get even further west? We start running into the Islamic world. We run into the Muslims, we run into the Persians, we run into the Arabs, we run into the Turks. This is who we run into, right? Okay, for a time after the Roman Empire, these were the most progressive people on the planet, the Muslims. They were the most progressive. They allowed women to get a divorce. They allowed women to own property. They allowed all these things. And this would make Islam, technically, if you think, hold on. Hello?
Hello.
Are you back?
Oh, I bought 3 online shopping. It's not even free here.
Baby, I keep trying to tell you it's better for you to go to a store to what sizes are you picking? Is it too big or too small?
Some are too small, some are too big.
Okay, let me ask you a question, because I know you probably ain't been to a store in a while and bought clothing. What do you think your waistline is? And more importantly, what do you think your hip line is?
I don't know. You ask me that. I've been cooking a lot. I've been home.
Okay, I won't ask you that. Well, I will say this then. Just listen to me on this one thing, please. The reason why sometimes you don't, unless you like, for females especially, unless you some skinny chick, and you getting that skinny girl stuff like Brittany can wear, then you go online shop because it's all basically the same size, right? But if you're just listen. If you are a person that has a few pounds more, or you don't necessarily fit in a certain body type, things are either going to be too small or too big. That's all I want. Is it making you angry that the stuff is not fitting? Let me see what you got. Poor baby. It's nice. Doesn't fit quite right, but it's not bad. Go. Somebody calling her already. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Uh,
Oh. Once again. I'm listening.
Di ko nga napansin eh. Di ba sinabi ko na sa'yo?
Okay. I see.
Something here.
Uh, the strap cannot be tightened.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, that's it's closer to being like that. That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to sit upward. Yeah.
Meaning, it's too small, my coach. Take. Why are you laughing?
Because the way you just said that. Yes, I know it's too tight.
China man is like a cheap garment.
You know why? Because they will sell something for about $2 or $3 and it only took them 12 cents to make. They're still making a profit. Chinese people, very smart people. Come on, don't be angry. It just don't fit. But see, what you are, but listen, just listen. What you are is a very inventive woman who will make everything work. You can loosen it some. You know how to sew.
Whatever. I don't have nothing to my booty.
And it's still a very nice booty.
What's that?
Yes, it is. You finna show me the panties? Oh my God.
Daddy, like,
Is that a G-string? Oh.
my coach is here and then my boy is over there.
They don't fit at all.
No, it's only for the middle. It's like a G-string.
Hmm. I'm sorry that it doesn't fit you, sweetie. That's all that came was just a bra and panty set.
Yeah, all of it. Yeah, man, yeah, well,
Your shoes come.
oh, better not. Because it costs like $25. You don't have it right now.
Wow. I'm sorry, sweetie, that none of your clothes fit. Not one. What sizes did you pick?
Bigger one. People in China is very small, very shiny.
I know. I know. Wow. A swing and a miss on that one. Okay. So, did you not look at those that say one size fits all?
They didn't say anything like that.
Hmm. Have you ever thought about getting some yoga? Like I know here they make the yoga panties now, and they're like one size fits all. Like you know how the yoga pants everybody wear those? Well, these women do. They have the yoga underwear now.
Yoga.
Huh?
You telling me to do yoga?
And I'm not telling you to do yoga. I said yoga underwear. They have the yoga pants. You know how women wear the yoga pants? All the women around the world like these yoga pants things, right? Basically stretch pants. No, she doesn't know.
Spandex.
Basically. So, but they're not really spandex. They're different materials. They just look like spandex to me.
Whatever.
Baby, you should not be angry about those pants. Aren't you going to send it? Aren't you going to send it back, or you can't send it back?
I can send this back, but we don't know how to eat it. And it takes some time.
Okay, I understand. Wow. So
Not,
you're not happy.
I will never be happy.
And why do you say that?
Because you're over there.
Hey, baby, I'm going to get this car on next week. Listen, lady, I'm going to come over there. I am. I'm going to come over there. I am. Even though you're angry about your... Are you more mad that I'm not there, or are you mad about your panties not fitting?
Go.
You ain't going to give a brother a break. Okay. I understand. I understand. Listen, it's okay, baby. It's okay. I will send you some money.
Christmas, I'm going to buy me a cucumber or maybe eggplant or maybe radish or anything. Then I will buy me a condom.
Wow. Okay. Make me wipe my eyes on that one. Wow. You that frustrated?
Much.
I'm sorry I have not come there yet. Hmm. What are you looking at now?
I'm moving how I can fix and take it back.
Send it back, I know. Did it come from someplace in your country, or did it come from over, like, away?
China. 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 I want to go to China.
You do? You've been to Hong Kong before, right? But you want to go to mainland China?
Talk shit about their garbage.
Do you understand Mandarin? Can you speak Mandarin? That's the main language. It's Mandarin and Cantonese, the two languages they speak in China.
Someone who's gonna understand my English, okay? English, the international word, language.
Okay.
They might have the ball. This Jackie Chan.
I don't think Jackie Chan lives in mainland China. I think he lives in Hong Kong.
Well, they have to go.
I think the other guy who's about to die lives in mainland China, Jet Li. Jet Li lives in mainland China.
All right, Jet Li.
You just angry about these petty things. Oh my God.
Why not? Don't be happy about it. Well, not your size. Look like a funny woman.
Baby, I know you mean not to be funny when you say the things you say, but you are hilarious. You just don't know. You are funny, funny, funny. But I know you're not being funny when you say that. I know panties are very important to women. What about the other ones you had got the bloomers, the big ones? Those are too big, right? So you're not keeping none of this stuff. You're sending it all back.
Maybe I should adjust the body, not the garments.
Well, you said you were going to start working out at the gym, right?
Then I'm gonna wear this for good.
I wonder what's the name of this website you're looking at. Interesting. All right, I hear what you're saying. Please do not be sad. It's just underwear.
Why you want me to wear that? You don't want me to wear it anymore.
Yes, I want you to wear underwear. I'm sorry you're not happy with your purchase. I really am. Wow. Baby, I'm hungry. No food in 2 days. My stomach acting like... I'm looking at you. I see you. I see the displeasure in your face about this underwear thing. I still got your red panties over there.
It's not anymore, but you had it.
Say what?
Not anymore because you had it.
They're still over there. I still have it. Yeah, I still have them. I still have the red panties. I still have them.
The cabinet has
The cabinet. There's no cabinet in here. There's what they call a food, not a food, excuse me, a clothing thing. Do you see anything you like on the website? Because that's what you're looking at right now.
everything is only for mostly size.
I hear you. Right? Petite.
Not busy. It's like a bowl.
Well, the skinny girl thing is getting into style again.
I don't know what's that.
Razor. That's my song. I'm sorry. Don't you let it go. Don't you let it go. I'm sorry. I love that song. Anyway, back to you. Baby, you used to be petite. You were very skinny. Hello? You gonna get mad at me? I got your picture on my phone when you was a skinny girl with the bikini. Come on,
That's not it. That's big bone.
girl, you wasn't no big bone.
I'm fat now.
You're not even fat. You're chubby. I seen your friend who was fat. You're not fat. You forgot the woman you came in your house that was fat? You're not fat. You're just chubby. Baby, it's poke you. What you got your lip poked out for? Why are you pouting? You chubby, baby. Like your uncle said, you eat too much rice. Maybe you need to stop eating so much rice. Is that bad? You gonna put it on your head? Wow. Baby, come on. It's not that bad. It's just underwear. Okay, I won't say anything. I won't say anything, I promise. I said I won't say anything, I promise. I know you're angry about your underwear. You look like an angry Moana. What's wrong? Is that all that's really getting to you today? Okay. You need to take a shower where you can relax. Of course I love you. That's why I called you as soon as I woke up. I tried to call you when I came back from the hospital yesterday, but you didn't answer. They just gave me some stomach pills, that's all. But anyway, I love you, Jennifer. I love you. Of course I love you. I always love you. You're my soulmate, crazy lady. I don't care how mad you get because you make me happy. All the time. You know that. Baby, you need to be more. Listen, this is what I'm going to tell you, right? This is what I do every morning. Well, now my face is starting to get slimmer again slightly because I can't really eat. But this is what you should do every morning. When you first get up in the morning, instead of sitting down and having coffee with bed and talking, you should go out and walk around. I know how your block is. It's like this, kind of. It's like in a kind of a circular motion. Go around that block twice in the morning, every morning, for a month, and you will lose your belly. I'm serious. You will lose your belly. I'm being honest with you. If you do that every morning for 1 month, you will lose your belly. Uh-oh, she's not going to listen. What is she doing? I will be back, people. She is angry. Baby, uh-oh. Let me see. Stand back. Let me see. Oh my God. Not bad. Turn to the front. Let me see the front. Oh my God. Move your hands. Move your hands. No, turn around and remove your hands. Now turn around so I can see. Come on, you're hiding. She's not gonna be fair. Jennifer, what you taking it off? I can't see. Oh.
It's not even lying.
I couldn't even see. I wanted to see without your hands all over the way. It looks good. It's just tight.
What?
It looks good. It's just tight.
Oh, it's not good. What you talking about, crazy man?
I said it looks good. It's just tight.
And this one, the other one.
Uh-oh. I'm not gonna lie. Let me see. You are beautiful, queen. Sweetie, the only thing is, if you really want to do it, you should just do your walk every morning and lose, like, you don't need to lose much weight. You only need to use and the belly, you can barely see it in that.
What?
I said, if you really want to do like the exercise thing, you really don't have, your hips are good. Your arms are good. You just have a belly. Like you drinking a lot of beer. That's it. I'm only playing. Please don't get offended. You are beautiful. What are you talking about? The panties actually look good. You need to look at some music videos when the girls wear those panties. They wear them like that because they're supposed to be tight. You heard me? Baby, don't do that. I do love you. Why would you say that? Baby, don't be offended. I'm saying you got a belly. I got a belly too. And I don't even drink beer. Oh, come on. Are you really offended? Baby, you're beautiful to me. Come on. Don't be like that. I love your belly. I say if you want to lose weight, I say you should walk like outside every day for about a month and you will lose your belly. Oh. I'm serious, Jennifer. Don't be upset. You're beautiful, girl. Come on. Are you really crying? Why are you crying, Jennifer? You're beautiful. I love you. I told you the lingerie looks good on you. I said the tight panties. They wear the panties like that tight in videos. Those are the video, the chicks that be twerking in the videos. They wear those panties look just like that. Except they be red. They don't be black, but they be red. And baby, you're not fat. Like I was just trying to tell you, you just have a belly. That's it. You don't have like your hips are about the right size, your arm. I mean, your whole frame. It's like you're not really fat. You just have a belly. That's about it. Why do you think that? You shouldn't even be thinking that. You're not even fat. You heard me? Oh, come on, baby. You know the man won in that contest, right? The transgender won Miss Universe. The transgender won Miss Universe.
The Miss Philippines.
No. I'm talking about, which one? No, the one that was held, the one they was talking about, the girls from Asia. The transgender one won. The transgender one didn't win?
The Miss Philippines won. You didn't watch it.
I must have been wait, baby. I must have watched the other one. They was talking about it on the news here. They said a transgender woman won. Not well, it wasn't Miss Universe. Excuse me. It was Miss Americas. The chick from a transgendered woman from Colombia won the little person from here. Yes, Miss Philippines did win the Miss Universe one. Okay, so what's wrong with that?
So it should be beautiful.
She's beautiful because she's thin? Come on, that's not true. Remember we looked at the one last year and the Chinese lady came out and she looked like she needed to eat a sandwich? Come on. Remember that?
Whatever.
Baby, I'm gonna look. Wait, hold on. Let me look up Miss Where is it? I don't even see one. Oh, there it is. Let's see this one. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Oh, baby. You don't need to be like her. You need to be like you.
She's the Miss Universe.
One of these a man. I can't remember which one they said it is, but one of them a transgender person. One of them.
Miss Philippines is the one.
I know Miss.
Chance is gonna be there. He was talking about somebody else.
Miss Canada. Miss Philippines is a nice looking lady. Ain't nothing wrong with her. She's okay. There she is.
She's half Australian and half Filipino.
Hold on. I'm gonna show you something that's a trend with that whole thing. I'm gonna show you something that's real funny. Miss South Africa. Wait till you see her.
Here's some matching news articles.
Oh God, that's not a good picture. Oh. What is this lady, baby? She don't look like no South African to me.
What can you do? This other makes us racist now.
Wait a minute, I gotta show you Miss Canada. Oh, is it? Oh no. Yeah, that's Miss South Africa. I don't know. Miss America.
Here's some matching news articles.
Oh God. Now, do you really want to be like one of these skinny girls? See, they all skinny. They all weigh like $105. Come on. You want to be skinny and pretty? Hello? Oh. I gotta turn my sound down. Sweetie, you are beautiful. Do you hear me? Jennifer, did you not hear what I said? You are beautiful. Yes, Miss Philippines is a very pretty lady. But she's not more beautiful than you are. Come on. And I never will love Miss Universe. I love Jennifer and Chica Ravana. See? Come on. Hello? You heard what I said. Baby, are you busy right now? Hello? She is not saying anything to me. I said, since you're not busy right now, you want to make love before you go back to sleep or take your bath? Come on, baby, don't be like that. I'll let you take a nap, baby. I'll call you back. I'll call you back. No. I'm not gonna leave you, but you're about to fall asleep. Your eyes are closing on me. I'm here. I'm not always leaving you, Jennifer. Sweetie, I'm not always leaving you. I'm right here. But you look like you're sleepy and you're crying. No, I'm not. I'm right here. I am right here. Please stop crying. Please stop crying. I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. I'm just telling you that you're beautiful. You don't need to be like Miss Philippines or Miss South Africa or Miss New Orleans, whatever. You don't need to be like none of them. You just need to be you. You hear me? That's all I'm trying to tell you. And you crying is making me sad. Oh. Talk. Let me hear how you feel. Oh, no. No, I understand. You are right. I have promised you twice that I'm coming there, and I have not come. Not this time. That's nothing. Listen, not this time. I'm gonna keep my promise come hell or high water.
Wait, I'm not gonna tell you.
Tell me. Tell me what? What you gonna tell me? Why are you go? I thought you said you done going back to the Middle East. I thought you. How you gonna go to Kuwait? You don't even have your passport.
I'll go make one. We go tell my wife to make me one.
So now you're going to Kuwait. With Baya going to Kuwait? Ain't Baya going to Kuwait? But why? I thought you said you didn't want to go back to the Middle East.
What would I do here?
So, you say, I'm leaving all of you. You're talking about me and your kids?
Yeah.
Jennifer, you don't think I appreciate you? You don't think I appreciate you?
You said.
Okay, then why do you want to go to the Middle East all of a sudden? Because of the money situation? I understand that. And I don't have a stable situation to send you a lot of money right now. You know that. You just want to make money so you can send Jordan back to school.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He is falling behind. How old is Jordan now?
Wait. I think 19.
Wait, you said 29? Which one is it? He's 19 or 20? Okay.
Yeah, so much going on, right? I'm just gonna break some sleep. I just really wanna wake up.
Sweetie, it's not that serious. What would happen to you if you were to die? What would happen to your kids? I would cry my head off. You heard me? I would cry for days and days and days. I don't want you to die. I don't want you to die. I want you to be alive. I want to hear your crazy laugh. I want to see your goofiness. I love you, Jennifer, more than anyone else in this whole wide world. And you know that. I've never seen you in person in my life. Never. I've seen you with your makeup. I've seen you without your makeup. I've seen you take showers. You've seen my big fat chocolate belly. You've seen every part of me. I've seen every part of you. I love you, Jennifer. I do. Even though I know sometimes you're not going to listen to me because women don't listen to men always. That's fine. But I love you. I do. And I wasn't trying to get rid of you or anything. You like you was falling asleep listening to Maxwell over there. He was rocking you to sleep like, and you was closing your eyes. I don't want to leave you. I never want to leave you. I don't know why you even think that. It's not the case. You hear me? So are you sure you're going back to the Middle East? Then why would you say that then?
Doing everything. Like, I don't want to pressure you. Like,
Baby, have we not have a situation where we tell everybody, we tell things to each other? I never hide anything from you. Everything I do, I tell you. Don't I tell you? Okay. That's why I always said you can always tell me anything. Anything you want to tell me. I'm here to listen. Always. I know women, like I always say, women don't listen to me always, but I always listen to you guys. So please, you can tell me anything. You know what I'm talking about, right? With the eyebrows, the eyelashes. I told you don't do it, and you did it anyway. Sweetie, I love you. Baby, you don't damage your eyelashes. Hello? Look in the camera. Look directly at the camera above your right eye. You notice how there's no hair there? It's just skin poking down. No, the other one. This one, over here. Yes. That's skin. That's not even hair. No, there's no hair there. You pulled it off. Please leave your eyeballs alone. I do want you to see me when I come there. I do want you to see my real face. You don't have to just say, oh, okay. You know, sweetie, I love you more than anything. Okay? Mm. It's just a commercial. Just a commercial. I was going to live stream, but I'm not going to do that now.